Good morning, you guys. I am about to settle in for a nice and a long day of writing and doing a few things around, the house, things like that. Writing a lot. But before I did that, I wanted to jump on here and talk about my two new perfumes for this month that I received from Dossier. Now, I know that last month's perfumes were very deep, very heavy, like a heavier fragrance. Both of them were, because I got the ambery saffron and I got the floral marshmallow. And if you haven't watched that, then you should definitely go check that out because I do a full breakdown of both of those fragrances. But today I have two fragrances that are a little bit more fresh smelling. They're fresher fragrances. They are a little bit more summer appropriate, so you should have absolutely no problem actually wearing them during the warmer months here. And you also shouldn't have any problem wearing these during the daytime. The other two, I could definitely see where a lot of you would want to wear it more for nighttime or for a special event, just because of how heavy they can be. Personally, I would wear them on an everyday basis. But I also understand that some people, they would rather wear a heavier fragrance for the nighttime. So let's go ahead and look at these because they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. This first one, which is the one that I am going to be testing today. I'm going to test the other one tomorrow. This one is Floral Peony. And Floral Peony, so I have the card here. All of the boxes, so let me actually show you the box. I don't think I actually have shown you the box. So when you, let me package it. Okay, so it's just this cute little box, like the cutest little square box. Okay, so you open this box up and it comes with a card and your fragrance is just sort of nestled in there all nice and cozy. Okay, so the card has all of the details about the perfume, including the notes, the inspired by, and the concentration of the perfume. So Floral Peony has a 15% concentration and it is inspired by the Chloe perfume by Chloe, okay? So the top notes are peony, likey, and lily. The middle notes are rose, magnolia, and freesia. And then, this hair, geez. And then the base notes are musk, cedarwood, and honey, okay? So, I sprayed both of these on myself last night, just like on my wrist, one on each, and I would have to say this one, it has a little bit more of a bite to it. Let me spray it on the cotton round here. Yeah, there's definitely, I personally cannot identify what it is. But there is this, like, it's very florally, like incredibly florally, but there's this little like zing to it. And what I noticed last night, so I wore the perfume for maybe 2 or 3 hours, and within that time, this zing, it's sort of this bitey fragrance, it sort of calmed down, okay? It would sort of settle out, and the fragrance did end up really settling very nicely on me. Yeah, because at first smell, it's sort of like, yikes, but as it really settles out, it's just a very nice, fresh, floral, spend the day in the garden drinking your rosé while picnicking with your girlfriends kind of fragrance, okay? That's what this, like, that's, I have a picture in my mind. And I'm sure you see it too, okay? So I'm going to actually go ahead and spray this on myself here. What is that? Oh, I think it's my sunscreen. LOL. Okay. So that is my fragrance for the day, is Floral Peony. And I will give you updates throughout the day of really how it's settling out. Yeah. I smelled both of these at around Christmas time. So I smelled this one at Ulta, the Inspired By, let's put it that way. I smelled the Inspired By fragrance at Ulta during Christmas, and it was definitely one of those deals where it was like, the fragrance was $160, very fresh, very light, and definitely, like, I would definitely, there's quite a bit of resemblance. I mean, good resemblance. So let me actually look at so the Chloe perfume retails, let's see. So it retails for about $160, okay? Whereas this one, it is $26, okay? So that's a major difference, obviously, a major difference. Like, even now, as it's, that zingy smell, it's sort of settling down and just turning into a really nice floral fragrance. Which that is something that I have definitely learned a lot about with fragrances, is that it's like, that initial smell, that initial spray, like, obviously you want to smell that, but smell it after a couple of hours. And, you know, whenever I get those little fragrance, like a tester card, or if I spray it on myself when I'm at the store, I love to just continue going back to it just to see, right? Like, how's it actually smelling throughout the day? Does it still smell good? Can I actually still smell it? Things like that. And that's just a really good tell for whether or not a perfume is going to be right for you. All right, the second one. The second one, I am stoked, okay? I'm completely stoked about this one. So this is the Powdery Peach, okay? So the Powdery Peach one is inspired by the Jimmy Choo fragrance, I Want Choo, which I smelled this fragrance right around Christmas time as well, and absolutely adored it. Both my mom and I were like, what the heck, this is amazing. Beautiful fragrance, okay? So, it has an 18% concentration. Top notes are peach, tangerine, and blackcurrant. Middle notes are white flowers, jasmine, and lis. Let's look it up. I have a device. Pronounce lis. Lys. It's Lys. Got it. Okay. Lys. Lys. And then base notes of vanilla, benzoin, and patchouli. Okay? So, this fragrance, when I smell this fragrance, let me put it on my cotton round here. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Let me think of what I think of. My imagination go wild here. Okay, when I smell this, I think of, we're going to a daytime wine bar where we're going to have like pastries and like super fresh fruits and everything like that. And like, we're going to dress up and we're going to have a beautiful time, and it's summertime and we're just smelling so fresh and powdery and beautiful. But yeah, I could smell that on myself pretty much all night last night when I sprayed the tester on my wrist. And I will test that one tomorrow. I need a swig. With this fragrance, it's very soft. Like, it's super soft. I think that when I automatically see the name Powdery Peach, what I envision with that name, I envision like a grandma wearing peach colored, like, you can see her, can't you? With like her peach colored outfit. She looks super cute, but grandma, right? And so the name, sometimes I look at it and it's like, it's just gonna make me smell like a grandma, right? But when you put it on, I mean, it's just this beautiful, soft smell, and it has a little bit more of depth. It has a little more depth than a typical, we're gonna say, summer fragrance. You know, the floral peony, it is very bright. It is very, like, a very vibrant fragrance, whereas Powdery Peach, it's bright and it's very fresh, but it has the powdery just touch. It's almost like the powdery smell almost wraps up the fresh, and it softens it so that way it's just this very elegant smelling fragrance. It's a beautiful fragrance, and yes, do not be deceived by the name. It is not a grandma smell, okay? It does not smell like a grandma, okay? It does not smell like vanilla musk. I know we all went there. It does not. Okay, so the fragrance that it is based off of is the Jimmy Choo, I Want Choo. And a full-size bottle of Jimmy Choo retails for $130, okay? This, just like the Floral Peony, retails for $26, which is far cry, okay? I mean, that's a big difference from $135, right? So, and I can say that this does smell incredibly similar. I mean, it walks right along that line of the I Want Choo, and just how it really behaved and how it mixed with my smell. I would have to say that it really behaved the exact same way as the Jimmy Choo I Want Choo fragrance. So a very good dupe, a very good alternative, we're gonna say, if you struggle to pay $135, which I think that most of us, I think that's the thing, right? That's the thing. I love perfume. Like, I am a perfume person, and everybody says you need to find your signature scent, you need to invest in a signature scent, you need to have nice perfume. You know, having a nice perfume it just changes everything about your day, about how you see yourself. You know, when you smell good and you're wearing a quality perfume, you just feel better about yourself. And you just feel like, I can take on the day, I'm a high quality individual. But it's so hard to invest in these fragrances, right? Because we're already investing in other areas of our life. This is a very big item. You know, for this much product, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Not to say that it's not worth every penny, but it's still a lot of money. And so having something like Dossier, where, oh, I can have that fragrance and I can have that quality, okay? It has the stay power. It actually lasts on the skin. It's not like, oh yeah, it smells like that, but it fades immediately. It's not like that at all. It smells like that, and it behaves with the same quality as a high-end designer perfume. Being able to have that kind of thing is incredible. And listen, I am a customer for life. I am already like building my list of the fragrances that I want to purchase from Dossier, because I have had so much luck with them. With just the 4 that I've gotten, I'm in love. So that is that. I am doing the wear test of the Floral Peony right now, and I will keep you in the loop as far as how that, oh, I just got a whiff of powdery peach. Love. I will keep you in the loop as far as how that fragrance is behaving throughout the day. But like I said, I'm planning on just spending the day writing. It is the 4th of July right now, so you're going to see this a week later. But it is the 4th of July right now, and my family doesn't really do like a big party or anything like that. We're going to have a little get together on Saturday with my sister. But for the most part, we're just sort of chilling. It's sort of another day to be at home and be productive. My family's all about productivity. So yeah, I'm going to spend the day writing. I'm going to spend the day doing a few odds and ends around here. I would really like to rearrange this room, because, so I have this desk deal over here. Let me show you. Okay, so I have this little desk dealio, which, I mean, like, it's incredible. My dad built drawers for these cabinets here, and yeah, it's incredible. It's a great situation, okay? But the thing is that, first of all, there is no desk chair that fits under that appropriately, especially one that I have. And yeah, like, I don't use it. I just set stuff on it. And to me, that's, I don't know. When I have something that I'm just sitting stuff on, there's a problem. So I'm sort of thinking about pulling up. I have a small desk in the basement. I'm sort of thinking about pulling that upstairs and actually taking this out. Actually going through these cabinets and seeing what's in them that I actually want and that I actually use, and then seeing if I can't take these out. I have this dresser. Let me see if I can't come back. So I have this dresser here, okay? So my dad built me this jewelry armoire. Beautiful piece of furniture. I love this. But this is, I have had this dresser my entire life. Okay, so this is like over 20 years old. And I mean, there's like nail polish on the side of it and everything. We all had the nail polish phase, right? Painting stuff with nail polish. But I have sort of been thinking about taking this out and putting my clothes in something else. Like maybe getting canvas baskets to put under my bed, or, you know, something like that. So that way I can have that small desk here, do something different with the space where the white cabinetry is. And then, yeah, I just feel like that would function a lot better for me and function for where I'm at. Because I have the desk in the basement. And the idea had been like, oh, you have sort of like this separate space where you go and you work and stuff like that. But listen, if I don't get daylight, if I can't see daylight, I sort of go crazy. And I get like, I lose track of time, and it just feels like, I feel like a cheese ball sitting down there. You know, those little crunchy cheese balls where it's like, they get stuck in your facial hair and like you're stuck with them and you just feel like you're greasy after eating them. That's what I feel like. I feel like a cheese ball, or like I'm living in a bucket of cheese balls when I'm downstairs working. And I'm pretty sure it's because I can't see the day and I can't see, you know, time pass outside and the light changing, and just, I can't see it, and I can't open the window and stuff like that. So I think that I want to move the desk up here just so that way I'm not a vampire. And yeah, just I know I function better, and I've been working in my room for the most part. Yeah, for the most part, that's where I've been keeping all of my work and doing all of my work. It's not in the basement. So yeah, just doing some rearranging. That's what I've sort of been thinking about doing. But that'll be a process because, honey, there's a lot of stuff back there. Yeah, so that's what we're sort of going for. Chloe by Chloe is still going strong. And that zippy smell is starting to soften a little bit more. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I am mid-process of actually rearranging my room right now. Let's see, here we have where my old desk was, and what I'm doing is I'm actually moving the cabinets together, and we're going to cut off the top so that way it just is shorter. And then I'm going to move, look at all of that crap, I'm going to move the jewelry armoire over there, and then I'm actually going to have a small desk here in this corner, and my dresser is going downstairs. So yes, I'm really liking this layout. It's definitely making me rethink how I organize everything and rethink how I sort of function in the room. And I've been going through my stuff like, okay, what do I actually use? What do I not use? What can go downstairs? Look at the eyeliner on my eyelid. Holy smokes, I'm a mess. So yeah, that's what I have been doing for the last few minutes at least. Waiting for the top of the cabinets to be finished. As far as writing is gone, I've been making a lot of progress actually on my writing and really liking where it's going. Yeah, it's just been a nice day, like solid work, relaxed, progress, and yeah, just like no other commitments and just like able to get stuff done. It's been great. Alright, so a little bit of an update on the Floral Peony perfume. First of all, I have smelled it on myself all day. Like I said, sometimes the fresher, more floral scents, they don't really last on me a super long time. But this one, it has. It's really lasted and stayed pretty strong throughout the day. And yeah, it's outlasted my makeup, obviously. My makeup is a hot mess. But yes, I really like it, and like I said earlier, I think I said this earlier, but the longer I wear it, the more that sort of zingy, bitey fragrance that really is at the head of the fragrance, once as I've worn the Floral Peony throughout the day, that's really settled out and smoothed out, and it's not as bitey, and it's just very florally. So I think that that was actually the peony that was so potent at the head. But yeah, it's very, like, when they say Floral Peony, they mean it, like, peony. So yes. But yeah, I've just been writing, doing little this and that. I'm still in the process of getting my room all rearranged, and yeah, but I will tune in tomorrow to smell the powdery peach fragrance. Good morning, you guys. So today I am showing up a little bit barefaced because my skin actually cleared up a little bit. I had a little bit of, like, I don't know, I think I had some stress zits, so, but they're starting to clear up. So I'm gonna go makeup free today, and I'm gonna talk about the powdery peach perfume from Dossier. So yesterday I tested and wore and did a wear test of the Floral Peony fragrance from Dossier, and it lasted all day. I could smell it on me into the evening. I put it on at probably about 7:30 when I put it on, 7:30 in the morning, and I could still smell it at about like 6 o'clock at night. So it worked. Very good perfume, very good fragrance. Personally, I would not reach for this very often. I would only reach for this on probably like a super hot summer day where I wanted to be very fresh and alive smelling, because I'm just not really a very florally fragrance kind of person. I know I chose this, but I just wanted to choose a wide variety of fragrances. But I probably wouldn't choose this very often. I'm gonna let my sister try it out and see how she likes it, because she loves floral fragrances. But this one though, I am probably gonna die of excitement, okay? So let's put this on. Like I said earlier in previous clip, this is based off, oh my gosh, I just got a whiff. Oh, heavenly. This is based off of the Jimmy Choo I Want Choo fragrance. I smelled this in store last year at some point in time. Wonderful fragrance. I fell in love with it then, and I'm falling in love right now. This is love. This is love, okay? So, like with the last perfume, oh my word, this smells so heckin' good. Like with the last perfumes that I got in the previous video where I was reviewing the Ambery Saffron Floral Marshmallow, sprayers on these are incredible, like a good hearty spray. So I only put one spritz on all of the different areas, and I like to put it on my neck, on my elbows, because I don't really like to put it on my wrists, because you wash your hands and stuff like that. So I like to put it on my elbows, and then on the back of my neck. Do not rub, because that will break down your fragrance, and basically you're going to be wasting an hour, like hours and hours of wear time if you rub. If you just spray it and let it dry naturally, you're going to get a lot more time, a lot more wear time, and you're not going to have to reapply at least as often. With these, I have not had to reapply at all, okay? They last throughout the day without me reapplying. So I feel like a powdery peach. Like I said, this does not smell grandma-y. When you see powder, like when I see powder, I instantly think baby powder, or just like, I don't know, like I just automatically think of a grandma smell. This does not smell like a grandma smell. Like I said in the previous clip, I would have to say that the powder actually just sort of surrounds the fruity, peachy smell. It sort of softens it and makes it a little bit more wearable and not as fruity, okay? This is a fruity fragrance, but it's sort of surrounded by the powder, and it softens it and it makes it more wearable, in my opinion. So definitely, like, I love this fragrance. Hands down, one of my faves. So I will do a wear test, and I will tell you about how it's going throughout the day. I am going golfing with my family today. So We do like to golf. I am not a very good golfer. But I do like to, take my clubs and hit a ball around a golf course. So that's what we're going to be doing today. As you can see, things are a little bit different. I'm sort of turned around here in my room. This is my new desk and work area. I'm still in chaos because I'm waiting for my dad to basically, he's helping me with my desktop that was over my cabinets. He basically cut it off and then glued a piece on there so that way it looked finished. So I'm waiting for that to dry and for him to help me bring it back in here. So that way I can load it up again. And yeah, I have a lot of dishes in here and a lot of, there's just sort of a shifting in lifestyle, right? There's things that, oh yeah, I used to need these and I used to use these in this room. I don't really use them anymore. And yeah, so there's sort of a shifting going on here. Obviously, I think for the longest time, I was so obsessed with, well, I'm not going to do that because then it would basically be me accepting the fact that I still live at home and I don't want to still live at home. I want to move out, and I do still want to move out. But like I've said, I think I've said this before, financially, that's just not really a thing right now. And so I think that there's been a lot of things in the last year, I'm going to say, that have basically been helping me to say, okay, you need to accept your situation and just live your life. Because when you refuse to take an action, when you refuse to improve your current situation, right? My room was not working for me, so I decided to improve it and make it work for me better. If I refuse to do that, then that's basically just holding me back, and it's not pushing me forward in any way. I'm just stuck. I'm just sort of stuck where I'm at. And so I've really been trying to say, okay, you know what? Don't say I'm not going to do that because I want to move out, and me doing that would feel like me accepting the fact that I'm still living here. Don't do that. Don't think that way. But just say, you know what? This is where I'm at, and I need to make this functional. I need to make this work, and I need to make this enjoyable for myself. I need to actually enjoy my space and like my space. So, yes, that's what we have been doing. Yeah, gonna do a little bit of writing today and hopefully finishing this up. I do need to clean the bathroom desperately. That's sort of what we're up to, but I will take you through different moments of the day, give you updates on this powdery peach fragrance. I'm sitting here just thinking about how marvelous I smell, and that's a good sign. So, we're off to a great start. Alright, so in my last clip I was golfing. That was yesterday, and I realized last night that I never actually told you how the powdery peach perfume performed yesterday. So we started golf at around 3, and obviously, summer, you're golfing. It was very bright, it was very warm, so I was sweating quite a bit. So it did not last all day long. But up until that point, I could still smell the perfume on me, smell, a little bit of powdery peach, a little bit of the powdery peach. And I could still, if I, smelled in my elbow, I could still smell the perfume. I couldn't just like walk around and smell it on me. Let's put it that way. But today, today I sort of felt like actually layering them, because when I smelled them, it was like, I feel like they'd be really nice together. Like, I'd lean more towards powdery peach, but I also feel like just a spritz of the floral peony would smell really good on it. I also feel like this would smell really good if you layered it over some kind of really warm fragrance and you just wanted to freshen it up. I feel like the floral peony would be really nice on that too. But I'm going to put mostly powdery peach on. Oh my goodness, it smells so heckin' good. Let that dry. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of floral peony just on my neck here. And we'll see how that, like, if that all meshes really nice. Already, I feel like it's really nice. Yeah, I like it. So, yes, that's what we're doing today. We're going to try out the little testy test here. Golf yesterday, I was actually playing pretty good. I'm not a very good golfer, and I think that in the past it's just been because I care too much. I'm one of those people that it's like, I want to be really good at stuff. Like, I want to master things. It's not that I want to necessarily beat people. It's not that I'm competitive. I just want to master something, and I want to be really good at it. And so I started golfing a couple of years ago. I might have actually started golfing in 2020, now that I think about it. 2020 or 2021, that I started golfing, and I was not very good at it. I still wouldn't say that I'm, super good, but I realized in the last year that I was just thinking about way too many things, and I cared way too much, and it was basically keeping me from actually doing the thing, right? And I think that that's sort of true with anything, right? Is where when you're just so uptight about everything, and you're just so uptight about it's got to be good, it's got to be perfect, nothing ever works out, because you just have everything in a stranglehold and you refuse things to actually like flow, I'm gonna say. So yeah, life lessons with Ellison on the golf course. The golf course that we played at, my mom actually works there part-time, so she and my dad, they play there for free. But it's just a small local golf course. It is nothing fancy. It is nothing to write home about. It is just your local podunk hillbilly golf course. And yeah, but it's ours and we love it. So yeah, that's where we tend to play, and my sister and her husband were there as well. You might have actually gotten a clip of her husband. He was the one with the floral shirt. But yeah, today everybody is coming over for our 4th of July celebration. We've had tons of fireworks in the last couple of nights where we live. We live out in the middle of nowhere. But the way the trees sit, we're actually able to see a lot of different towns and cities fireworks, as well as just, individual parties as fireworks. But tonight, one of our neighbors is shooting off fireworks, so we're gonna just hang out, watch that. It's Saturday, so it's the 6th. But we're gonna make milkshakes. Now, this is a family secret. This is like the thing. This is childhood in a drink for me. My father used to make us these milkshakes, and he jokes that he had to stop making them because he started gaining all this weight because we were just having milkshakes all the time, and he was like, this is not okay. We need to stop making milkshakes. But he just basically loads a blender with ice cream, puts a little bit of milk in, and a little bit of cinnamon. Oh my word. So that was the childhood version. And my sister and I, we would just, oh my word, drink the crap out of them. And so, but then we stopped making them, and it was a sad day. but we decided to bring them back, and my father has revealed to us that while Madison and I were drinking our nice little milkshakes, him and Mom were sipping on milkshakes with amaretto in them. So I'm very excited for tonight. I'm looking forward to a taste of childhood and then a morph into adulthood milkshake drinking. So I'm very excited about tonight. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Already, I really like this combo with the powdery peach and the floral peony. I really like it. I like it a lot. So I think it was a good call. As far as my room goes today, I am actually going to start putting things back into my cabinets. I still don't have the desktop on my cabinets that my dad was repairing, but my room is in shambles and I'm getting really tired of it. So I'm going to put things in the cabinets and he can figure it out. So that is what we're doing today, and it's gonna be a good day. I'm exhausted. I might do some yoga because my legs are killing me. I like to walk the golf course because in my mind, golf is not exercise unless you're walking the course. And so I walked it. I have like a little cart that you might have seen it. I might have a clip of it where like I'm pushing my clubs on a cart. But yeah, I walked 18 holes and I'm very tired. I'm very tired. So, yeah, I might do some yoga at some point in time today. And yeah, that's what we're up to. Cheers. Good morning.
In the barn.
Okay. So were you actually working on the cabin? It's a little low.
Oh boy. And a lot of those guys over there have really long hair. I'm just like, oh boy. It's singed on the ends.
I like it. Oh, look at all the colors, Slaney.
So I just realized that I've been a terrible person about updating you on these perfumes that I'm wearing. But I have worn, so the powdery peach, pretty much all weekend, and it's been wonderful, marvelous. I've loved every, like, it lasts really long. I can smell it on myself all day. It is has a very subtle smell, but like I've mentioned before about the powdery peach, it's just this really, it's like a very deep smell, but it's still very light. It's like the powder really deepens the fragrance and just, I don't know, it softens it and it's wonderful. And putting it with the floral peony, I would have to say that I really like the floral peony that way. with the powdery peach fragrance just because it, I don't know, it sort of softens the floral peony as well. Like I told you, the floral one, it has sort of like a bitey fragrance to it. It has this bitey note about it, and the powdery peach sort of brings that down a notch. I do like the floral peony on its own, but I would prefer to have it with the powdery peach. I meant to have my sister try the floral peony actually this weekend, but wow, we had a busy weekend. So yeah, you probably would have seen, I think I put in the fireworks that we saw. Our neighbor was shooting off fireworks, and it was the best. Yeah, so overall, a very busy weekend. I am exhausted, but it was a good weekend nonetheless. And I got all, well, not all, but most of my stuff back intact. Okay, so most of my space is back intact. I still have some decorations that I'm planning on putting over there on my desk. On my, like, that's not my desk. Just a thing. It's just a thing, pretty much, over there. But, yeah, I have to put Gene Kelly back on the wall. Gene Kelly is my favorite dancer of all time. He's wonderful, the best. But I have to put him back on the wall. I haven't had him on the wall in a while, so, sorry about that, Gene. And, yeah, I put my mirror over there. It sort of requires me to clean my closet up if I'm wanting to do any, like, pictures with the mirror, like, oh, outfit of the day kind of things and stuff like that. But I figure that sort of holds me a little bit more accountable to keep my space tidy.